Hello, everybody. I'm a blind content creator, but also a PhD in psychology and lots of other things. This one shot video is going to be about people like me who do a lot of things and are hard in saying what actually we are doing. But I want to start maybe with a very strange angle of that topic of having multiple hats, as it's fancy to say. First, I was a representative of my country in United Nations. My country is Bulgaria, and I was a youth representative. And I attended and worked in a lot of high level things, high level in terms of international policy. And because I have connections from there, and because I'm already a member of a Bulgarian party, center party, a little right leaning, it's called Yes Bulgaria, but it's not populist. Actually, we struggle because we are not as populist as needed, maybe. I don't know. We are generally, good people. As a lot of bad people are saying. But whatever. My thing is that when people try to convince me that I have to stay, to support some idea, and I'm deeply against it. For instance, people were trying to convince me that I have to be against AI. And I'm like, guys, I'm a blind person who uses every day, multiple times a day, an app called Be My Eyes. You can check it yourself. It's working together with ChatGPT. And anytime I'm taking a photo of something, ChatGPT is describing me what's on that photo. And I do vital decisions during my day from the fact that AI is helping me. I am already doing things which I couldn't do before because I didn't have AI to help me and to describe me what actually I'm seeing currently. So I'm going to be lying you and lying people when I say that I am against AI. Because I can say it, yes, I'm against AI. People's talent is going to be generated and used for no money, and that's unfair. And yes, I'm against that. But I'm not against AI itself. I'm against the way that some companies are using some people's work and skills and stuff like this. Because currently, you see the picture moving. There is no one moving the picture. You see, like it's following me. The camera is not moving. An AI chip in my Sony camera is moving the picture. I'm not against AI. I cannot be against AI. Okay? It's it's stupid to say that I'm against AI. And then they are saying to me like, "Oh, but you work in representative positions and it's unfair." And no, no. I'm currently not working in any representative position. I'm not chosen by anyone to do anything. I'm not voted by anybody to do anything. I'm earning contracts, I'm having jobs, and I'm working on projects as a consultant, as an expert, as in whatever. I'm representing my skills and my sets of expertise, of lived experience, of whatever I need to do in those projects. I'm not representing a group of people, and I'm never going to represent it anymore because of the things which I see happening in our society. For example, people who are asking a blind person who is actively saying in his social media that he's happy with AI and how AI is describing him things, and because of AI, he's doing more things than before. And they're asking me, oh, but say you are against AI, beg us because we are against AI. No, you are not listening to me, and you are not capable to see, to follow who I am, why I should be happy or willing at that to represent you. I'm never representing people like you who are not able to look behind their needs, their worries, their whatever it is, which makes people all riled up against AI and against one domain of AI. I'm not willing to represent you. And in fact, people are saying that, oh, but because the last year I got invited by the foreign minister of Bulgaria. At that time, this foreign minister was one of the prime ministers, ex-prime ministers, which means that if the prime minister is killed, then this person will be a prime minister or whatever. So she invited me in a group of a consulting group of 16 people with whom we had to do the foreign policy strategy of Bulgaria for the next 25 years. And I got invited in it. And people were again saying to me, oh, but you have to represent this and that and this and that and this and that. And I was like, no, I'm not representing anyone because I am a consultant who got invited by the ministry because of the work that I did with my own hands, brain, and whatever. I got invited because I'm an active blind person and because I do stuff like making visual content, talking about policy, being a blind person, and trying to convey some simple things which are not conveyed on social media, for instance. Because on social media, blind people usually are saying that, holes on the streets are bad, that accessibility is not working. So what? So what? You are doing what on top of showing this while I'm doing other stuff, which got recognized by this minister, and this minister hired me to join her team in order to create this strategy for the foreign policy of Bulgaria. So I am not representing anyone else, and I am not putting anything that any type of group wants me to say, because this is not a representative work. And I think that generally people who are, I'm a simple human being, I just want to do my job, and these policy guys need to listen, and these policy guys need to listen, but you have to listen as well and know that those policy guys who you are seeing in the news, in X and the other social medias, these are just the faces of multiple tens upon hundreds upon thousands of people like me who are working on the back end, on the actual thing that those faces are talking about, on the actual things that those faces represent. We, the experts who you don't see and who often don't choose to become the faces, are the actual people that you need to convince that the faces who you see have to stand behind something. It's not the faces who have to listen. It's us who have to be convinced to do some things. Because those faces are only faces. It's us who are writing the documents. It's us who spend tens of hours during our days in actually researching things, in actually making focus groups, in actually drafting different documents, in actually going through data, going through consulting with other experts from other domains that we are not familiar with, and we are the actual people who do the actual job. And people like you who are, reading a couple of articles, who are watching a couple of clips, and write to me, Dilian, you have, because this is my name, my name is not the gangster gent, you watched some content in your writing to me, or calling me or whatever. Dilian, you have to fight to help fight AI. Why? Because you got worried? Because you read, you went through some content that is there because of hype, because someone needs to sell their merch and make people like you react on their content? Are you really serious? No, look at me. Are you really serious that I, an expert, a PhD in psychology, a blind person, a person who worked for 5 years in wars, in conflicts, in resolving crises in multiple domains, have to listen to you because today you went through some content which is basically an advertisement for someone's merch? Are you serious? Because if you are, you're not that clever. And I don't want to listen anything you want to say to me. And I'm wondering how there are still people who want to listen to you and who want to represent you. Because sometimes, believe me, those people who you are constantly claiming that are not listening to you, the actual politicians, the actual heads of different companies, the actual people who represent people, are having really hard time fighting with us to listen to your one time worries, to your short-lived concerns, to your whims, to your wills, which are arising from the fact that some shitty guy has to sell their merch, has to show that they are having traffic, has to show that their content is organic and stuff like this, and people are clicking through it and watching it. Guys, in order to convince people like me, experts who come out of the shadows, we are not that in the shadows, but you're just too busy to be worried of different meaningless things, to pay attention to the fact that we exist. Yeah, thank you. You, in order to convince us, you have to convince us, not we, you. You have to pay attention to your emotions, because policies, because investments, because policy proposals, because actual laws are not prepared in a single afternoon, are not prepared during your swiping session. We are not preparing actual policies in this 1 week when you are massively interested in the weddings in the Southern Pacific region. It doesn't happen. It happens with tens of hours of time of dedication. It happens through reading hundreds and thousands of pages. It happens through actual skills, data skills, social skills, economic skills, news skills, any type of skill. And you are demanding aggressive changes, huge changes, massive changes, rapid changes, just because you got worried. would you talk about? What do you talk about? Did you pay attention how easy it is to convince the people from your region actually to pick up the litter properly, to fix up the lighting on your street, to to do whatever out there on your street? Why do you think that it takes a lot of time? Because people do a lot of irrational things. And you wanting us to make changes, to make drastic, rapid and changes right now, right in the moment, because you got worried, is one thing like this. We, well, luckily not we as experts, but the people who you see as faces out there on the screens, have to stop and convince you, have to convince us. They have to convince us that, look, people are worried about this and that. Can we come with a thing that explains them that they don't have to be worried? No, we are not coming with things to make you not worried, because you think to be aware of what your neighbor is wearing today is more important than you being aware of your rights and your duties as citizens. You're paying a lot of attention of how this guy looked at you, how the attitude of this colleague of yours was to you. And you are not paying attention at what the municipality is trying to do with the buildings in your region. And when the people you see as faces, the actual representatives, call you, guys, let's meet, let's have a talk, you have other things to do. You elected them so that you don't have to do this job. It's boring, it's this, you need to have a life, you have kids. Only you have kids, only you have life. These people who you elected and the experts that these people who you elected don't have lives, don't have children, don't have things to do. Oh no, we have. And one thing that we don't have to do is convincing people that they need to be aware of how to be citizens and how to be proactively engaged in their own lives. Not only drinking and consuming and, being lazy, but paying attention to what's actually happening out there. Because it's nobody's job to take care of you. You elected this person. You are constantly saying this person that they are not doing their job properly, because the only thing you say generally is that you are not doing your job properly. Why I chose you? Why you don't change it right now? Why you do nothing? And you constantly bring trouble and worries and disillusionment and worries and worries and worries, and you continue not paying attention to what you as a citizen are doing. And you are laughable. And the reason why people like Trump, like Putin, like Erdogan, like Orban are at the helm of their countries and are making our lives miserable is people like you. Yes, it's not people like me. It's not people like, there is an opposition of Trump. Yet you don't voted for it. You just didn't show up. There is an opposition of Orban. But Orban is again at the helm of Hungary. It's not the opposition. And because you didn't show up. Yes, there are experts, there are opposition leaders, and you have more important things to do. You have lives, you have children, you have interests, you have elected people who have to take care of your own life. Why you voted for them? Well, you didn't vote for them. You didn't show up. Just like you're not showing up in your own lives. Thank you for watching.